That's why I want to have it on so we can remember. I made these beautiful round mats. They're modular with your plumb line. It aligns specifically with the anchor points hanging from the ceiling. So they're like a clock. And I often use the horizontal axes of 12 and 6, 3 and 9, 10 and your alignment and your axes. So I want you to into when wearing like a sumo. And if you don't use this alignment, guaranteed alignment is a whole nother thing because we'll just cannot figure out where they are.
That's where it happens. It's in the forward fold.
That's right. We're not used to having our head, our hips towards the sky and our head down towards the ground. Particularly 12. Because when I say walk your hands, nobody knows on where on earth I'm talking about. So I usually stand here like a little kitty and go like this so people understand this is front. Because when you're upside down, it seems like that. So we have to find our new alignment in our bodies and try to end headstand, creating a tripod. I notice in general, I usually have to scoot you over. That's showing me that there's an imbalance or an asymmetry, so a mirroring or feedback loop of how symmetrical and aligned are we in space. Because we don't align, and the alignment of the mat in order to help yourself find your space. Great question.
That's really helpful.
Okay, good. Yeah, and so you'll hear me cueing 9 and 3, 12. Sometimes I won't even say 6 because it's kind of, okay. How about you, Deborah? Is there any?
I think of transitions. We're getting from one position to the next.
Okay, great. First time I feel like I got it. So transitions. So I see everything as a dance. Everything is like a flow to me. And what I did is I got in the swing and I started doing stuff. And then other people are like, how did you do that? And so what I did was kind of reverse engineer the movement and take one step back and then another step back and another step back. So the transitions are actually part of the flow. So that's a really good way of looking at it. And so, for example, if I can just show you, do a little welcome to hop in the swing and do it with me. If it feels good, it goes into weeping willow, right? Those are the first 3. So sumo is our first position, yes. Naturally flow, and it's also how we adjust the swing. From there, I usually like to walk the feet wider to 9 and 3, get a larger stance, so then we can come into our lunges, right? So from our side lunges, we can also come into our weeping willow again. We can also, from our side lunges, pretty nicely one to the next. Okay, so we just did kind of like circles side to side. Then to come holding on to the leg loops in our hands, but we were doing a forearm press by this point. But you notice you could do reclined twists here and forward lunge. Just kind of going over it a little bit faster. So our hands are chillaxing arms, and then from here, my idea of a flow. And then from there, angel wings. Oh, it's good to see you.
The more you practice, the more natural and flowy.
Yeah, I really just like it. I like the upright positions. The yoga translation number 1, I call all the upright positions. We're upright the whole time. Most people, you can get them into a sumo squat. After a sumo and a back bend, they're like, okay, like they feel pretty good about it. Relax and flow. Okay. First thing we do from chillaxin is swagger. Swagger, that's our mantra. Okay? Now from here, I use my momentum, right? And then the extended leg twist. Extended leg, if that feels good, twist. Yeah, always keep your arm around. So, Barbara, bring your arms wide. Yes. And then I always just shake it or reach for your right foot. That's how I cue, because it's confusing for me. They get confused, and we're all like, which hand? We'll come up with a better left and right eventually. Okay, great. And then we release, second side. Going a little bit faster through it, but I just want you to feel the flow. Add the twist if they're comfortable with the leg extended. Usually that's enough. Excellent. So now we come into our first flow sequence. T, child's, star, namaste. Usually that's it. Come on back. Whoa. Yeah. Hi, guys. So let's do it again. T, child's, star, namaste. You can always do namaste with bent knees if you're really long back there, right? It's like the same pose, just a little bit different on the low back. After namaste, you can come into ladle, reach up, grab through the swing, let it slide to the waist, toes touch. From there, you can bend the knees, reach back, swing. When you're ready, big inhale, lift the head. So the last part that I do is kind of counterbalance, right? So you can always come back after about 3 to 5 rounds is always a good way of measuring depending on your group. And then I always reach for my knees and slide up. So if you're holding onto your knees, like from child's, this feels like really natural. You can slide all the way up into a bicep curl. So everyone lower your hips and just use your arms to lift yourself up. And then you can squeeze. So it's almost like doing the child's pose again. Yeah. And then we inhale, open. Now, once you find your balance, you can bring your arms in front. Really press out through the balls of the skydiver, right? Looks like skydiver. We can flex, bend the knee, lift your feet a little bit higher. There you go. Keep lifting and your hips will come down towards the ground. Nope, the other way. Yep. The other vinyasa, and then butterfly. So those are 3 little sequences within themselves. And you can just remember to do one. You don't even have to do all child, star, just to warm up the spine. That could be enough if you were like wanting to save time, or you can stretch them out and do lots of different variations.
This is a really babyish. A lot of.
You're gonna be in the swing for 6 hours a day. So after that, kind of like, ringing, it's like a rocking session. Yeah, and so frequent breaks, lots of forward folds in between. Our floating Buddha sequence in Shiva. But let's just notice how we can do the same flow from chillaxin. And then if we push the leg loops down to the ankles, Buddha, the leg loops at the ankles, we call it floating Buddha. So we're supposed to be all kinds of peaceful here. You can do your hips heavy, heart open, head relaxed, looking up towards the sky. Good. Now from here, and come into pigeon. So it's like seated, right? So it's like one or the other. You don't have to do both. It's just if somebody wants a hips class, I would do both and show them the different posture. Then open, go back and forth to help open up the hip. Knee bends. So from seated pigeon, I'm going to push my knee in, push the knee down. Pull the knee in, push it down. I do that several times. And my foot, bottom of the foot will press into the inner thigh. I press my hips towards the front of the foot. Okay. Yeah, I usually say negotiate. Beautiful. There's all kinds of variations you can do here, but you can just support your head with your hand for supermodel. Okay, unwind. Let's always reset through windshield wipers. Now it's the same thing. Like you could be like, okay, what am I going to do next, right? You can hang out in windshield wipers for like a few breaths. To if you ever are wondering what to do next, just hang out and swag.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You just have my fun.
She's like Miss Long Legs. Okay, second side, bend the left knee. Reach around and grab for the foot and the knee. So we pull the money pose. I think it's money. Okay, so then we take the right hand and we slide up the leg loop. So if you don't do, you just did not know where to go. Okay, push the knee down, let the bottom of the foot find the inner thigh, push your hips towards me so the knee points towards the mat, and then you can let it fly. So when we really go for it, I call it flying ninja. When we do the more relaxed version, I call it side tree. And then you can do supermodel, which is supporting the head with your hand, like your pose. Come on back through center. Let's go ahead and do some windshield wipers with chillaxin arms and reset. Reset this one. Nice. Did with chillaxin. So now we would do a chill flow, right? The vinyasa flow. So the prayer, ladle, press the hips up, lean back, slide in, heavy, stars with the heart postured towards the sky. Namaste is hands. If I want to bring my arms overhead, it's the full ladle pose. That's it. Drop the hip. Yeah. Good. Been practicing your pivot points. Good job. Swing back. Keep together. From swing bottom, we went into flunky. We go from the knees. We slide, push the hips up and lean back. Keep holding on as high as you can. A lot of times people will slide their hands down here, so we want to make sure.
But if mine too low.
Yes, so hands, when I say reach up as high as you can, it's because you want to stay there. Yeah, you'll have a deeper stretch. You'll really get a big opening through the neck and the shoulders. That if you slide down, you lose that, and it becomes more of a hip pose.
You're right.
Thank you. I'm aware of this. No, and we could go right into wide straddle bicep curls. Now, not everybody wants to do wide. Last couple poses are not for everyone. Wow, or W is when you make an X with the leg loop, so it's crossed at the ankles. You just thread through. It's very. So maybe you'll at least stay for a breath and come back and try it again. Beautiful, guys. In time, so just watch. You guys are doing this, which is fine, but in time you'll be able to pull and go straight up you to a wow, which means, yeah, you go all the way up and over. Keep your legs a little bit wider and arched, Lori. So you're arched from the heart, so my legs don't go into the front plane. So just try it that way. So legs go towards me, and then you arch more. So come on back. So arch and lean back. And keep your legs, yes, that's it. Gorgeous. Yeah, that's it. Oh! See, and Lori's been practicing for like 5 years with me, so we always learn something new. And flying monkey is enough because we really don't need to go that far. What we're really squeezing the bottom tips of the shoulders, blades together, externally rotating the biceps, and then there'd be like a big openness. Okay, so the 3. What I'd like to do, unless you guys